bestiality. You know what I mean?
Sword, famine, and great confusion. For many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. And the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them.
I'll be your comforter.
There was a little sample of that in New Orleans, man. And Spike Lee did a 4-part series on that, a documentary. And there was a part, I think it was part 3, act 3 called it. And they were showing all the dead bodies that were just lying in the streets. Because the cops didn't want to work no more. Sanitation really didn't want to work. They abandoned their posts. And they were showing the bodies how they were sitting out in the street in the water. And their bodies was bloated. Yeah. All right? Eyes were bloated. Their heads were bloated. You know?
For the earth shall be wasted, and the cities shall be cast down. There shall be no man left to till the earth and to sow it. The trees shall give fruit, and who shall gather them? The grapes shall ripen, and who shall tread them? For all places shall be desolate of men. Why? Because a lot of people going to be in them concentration camps. So that one man shall desire to see another, and to hear his voice. For of a city there shall be 10 left, and a lot of death too.
And that's talking about people that are off the grid. They're not going to go to the concentration camps. They're not going to take the chip. So they're going to be cut off. They're going to be out in the wilderness, and they're going to do the best that they can do. Matter of fact, jump back to the 15th chapter, the part where they're going to die in the mountain. They're going to eat their own flesh. That's like around the 50th verse.
I started 2 Ezra 15 and 55. The reward of thy whoredom shall be in thy bosom. Therefore shalt thou receive recompense, like as thou hast done unto my chosen. Right, that's America, Khan. The reward of thy whoredom shall be in thy bosom. Therefore shalt thou receive recompense for all the wickedness that has been done here in America. This is your payment. This was coming to you. Like as thou hast done unto my chosen, saith the Lord, even so shall the Most High do unto thee, and shall deliver thee into mischief. Thy children shall die of hunger, and thou shalt fall through the sword. Thy city shall be broken down, and all thine shall perish with the sword in the field. They that be in the mountains shall die of hunger, and eat their own flesh, and drink their own blood, for very hunger of bread and thirst of water. So cannibalism is coming back. So you got a lot of these crackers that got, the militia and other different other groups of Edomites that got retreats, where they bunkers.
Doc, what's his name? Doc what? Doc something, Zach Liliac or some shit like that. And he was talking about he got a mountain retreat, but the Most High going to take him before he get to that mountain retreat. And if he was to make it to that mountain retreat, he was going to die. He going to die up in there any goddamn way. Because you bucked up against us because you knew about us. When we went on your comment board, even if we said something, basic, we didn't curse you out. You talked, you damn, I ain't no Edomite. Well, and you know what? If the cancer don't get your ass, the mountains are going to get you.
It says, thou as unhappy
like in that movie The Road. And also
I was watching that a couple of weeks ago, man.
Yeah. Book of Eli as well. Book of Eli and The Road is more realistic. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But in the Book of Eli, same thing. There was no food and shit. He was out there and they had to hunt the birds and shit.
Well, in the Book of Eli, remember the old lady and the old man? And they said they were cannibals, man. They would trap people, then they would die. They would chop them up. Then they would bury them in the back. Then they would cut them up as steaks because they offered Denzel and the girl, would you like some meat? They said no. They ran out the house because they found out they were cannibals.
It said, thou as unhappy shall come through the sea and receive plagues again. And in the pastures they shall run on the idle city, verse 60, Khan. And shall destroy some portion of the land, and consume part of the glory, and shall return to Babylon that was destroyed.
Can I say something? Yeah, they're going to try to leave America. Then they're going to wind up, when they go to some other place, it's going to be worse over there. So they said, let's take our ass back to Babylon, man. Yeah. Now, I'm thinking about these scoffers, and these scoffers, man. You know what? We don't mind you devils, you black devils coming on our site, because you know what I think about when I see your simple ass comments. I think about what the hell are you gonna say when all this stuff takes place. Because please don't come to me, man, because you're going to get a foot right in your face, man. You're going to be met with a foot.
They're going to be starving. See, that's going to be beautiful, man. All you scoffers, every single last one of you, the Lord know who you are.
Well, you said they're going to be starving, right?
Yep.
Somebody get me right quick, Isaiah 65 and what is that? Start at 10.
Yeah. Oh, Proverbs too go. And the scorners delight in their scorners and fools hate. And then it's I will laugh. So it's going to come a point like y'all laughing at our expense. Y'all come on the comment boards, ha ha ha, laugh out loud, this, ha, and you're making all y'all. That's what it's going. We're going to be laughing, man. And it's going to be us that's going to be laughing at. Somehow it's going to turn up. The Most High going to turn it, and we're going to know y'all going to be starving. You're going to be in the concentration camps, and the Spirit going to let us know about it, man. That's right. And we're going to be laughing. Because the scripture said, my servants shall eat. So they say, well, what are y'all going to do? What's our catchphrase? We're going to have faith when that time comes. Because we ain't taking no damn chip. Okay, so, hey, man, we're just going to have faith. We're just going to have faith in the Lord. Okay, that's it. Y'all don't have faith. You're just a bunch of demons. And you're just doing it just to be the devil. Okay?
Because they don't know no better.
Yeah. They don't know no better. But it's going to be beautiful. When y'all get caught up in this situation with the prophecies, that's when a whole bunch of realities are going to set in, man. Reality's a motherfucker when it sets in, man. That's like a guy, hey, I got to go back to boxing, like a guy like Muhammad Ali. When the reality really set in that he had to pack it in, he couldn't box no more, man. That's a traumatic experience, man. You know what I mean? The reality of, damn, man, my career is over. That's why guys don't know when to quit. They end up getting punch drunk.
That's when you get punch drunk. Yep, man. When you go past your fights, that's why you got to route your career as to make as much money as you can in as very little time as you can. Because they're trying to get Floyd back in there. Floyd may come back, but if he does, he's an idiot, man.
Yeah.
Floyd done made his money and improved himself, but don't go crazy spending money, man. You know? You could have took that $1 million watch and purchased, if you love black people, you could have purchased 10,000, anywhere from 5 to 10,000, Chromebooks for kids in the ghetto, man. See, niggas don't think like that, man.
That's right, man.
This is Isaiah 65 and 10. And Sharon shall be a fold of flocks, and the valley of Achor a place for the herds to lie down in, for my people that have sought me. But ye are they that forsake the Lord, that forget my holy mountain, that prepare a table for that troop, and that furnish the drink offering unto that number. Therefore will I number you to the sword, and you shall all bow down to the slaughter. Because when I called, you did not answer. When I spake, you did not hear.
So they might ask themselves, well, when have you called? And then the Lord's going to point down to us. I spoke to them. I spoke to Tahar, Gabar, and so forth. Rakar, down the line, man,
But did evil before me, before mine eyes, and did choose that wherein I delighted not.
And can I say this? And Nate, that includes you. Because you say that you didn't know. As much as we get on you, when that time comes, you can't say, Nate, you ain't going to be able to, I didn't know. And then the Spirit of the Lord had me run into you, and I told you to your face what you were doing wrong. Apostle Tahar got on the phone and told you what you was doing wrong. And then you moonwalked out of it, and then went back right after that meeting and got wickeder, man. So, hey, Nate, you can't say, well, look, man, when was I, like the script, when was I didn't know. Yawasop and all the rest of you zombies, all you zombies, when you caught out there, yeah, they hate it. When you guys are caught out there, and they're going to say, well, GMS was telling you. Same thing, and same thing with you, Captain Crunch, man. We've been trying to wake your stupid behind up for 3 years, man. 4 years we've been trying to wake you up, man. But you just still sitting there like in a zombie state. No, General Yohana, man, that's my father. Yeah, well, you're going to die with your father, man.
Con. It says, therefore thus saith the Lord power, behold, my servant shall eat, but you shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but you shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but you shall be ashamed. Behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit.
That means you too, Dinosaur Face and Mike Gina.
Yeah, them niggas are going to yelp. They're going to yelp.
It says, and you shall leave your name for a curse unto my chosen. For the Lord power shall slay thee, and call his servants by another name. That he who blesseth himself in the earth shall bless himself in the power of truth, and he that sweareth in the earth shall swear by the power of truth, because the former troubles are forgotten, and because they are hid from mine eyes. Going back to 2 Ezra 16 and 28. For of a city there shall be 10 left, and 2 of a field, which shall hide themselves in the thick groves, and in the clefts of the rocks, as in an orchard of olives. Upon every tree there shall there are left 3 or 4 olives, or as when a vineyard is gathered, there are left some clusters of them that diligently seek through the vineyard. Even so, in those days there shall be 3 or 4 left by them that search their houses with the sword. And the earth shall be laid waste, and the fields thereof shall wax old, and her ways and all the paths shall grow full of thorns, because no man shall travel there through. And they show you that in that movie I Am Legend. You know, when you look through the streets of New York, and you saw all the leaves and grass and all that growing in the middle of the street, because the streets were desolate.
Yeah, like I Am Legend.
Yep. Con. It says, the virgins shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. The women shall mourn, having no husband. Yeah, what's Nate going to do then? That's right. What are you going to do then? Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. In the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. So you might get married today, and your husband die tomorrow. You know, you're gonna die today, and your homeboy gonna die tomorrow.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite scriptures. That proves that there's gonna be a lot of death out here. A lot of these is it working? Yeah, that's why. Yeah, a lot of you niggas like, okay, hey man, I'm gonna say this: the men of the Lord, we gonna get ours, man. The ones of us that remain faithful. A lot of these niggas, you got these fine-looking women. You know, a lot of these so-called fine-looking women we see, and they with these other dudes. Them niggas, a lot of them going to die. And guess what? We going to end up with them women any damn way. That's where Isaiah 4 comes into play. So we gonna end up with a lot of them damn women. You know, like we always say, look, man, the women are going to come. That's what we tell brothers. Don't worry about no chasing behind no woman. You know, like I said, man, look, man. Don't get me wrong. Ain't nothing wrong with getting with a woman or what. There's no law. We can't, you know, we ain't saying every brother got to be a eunuch, whatever. But the point I'm making is don't get all messed up in the head and caught up behind these women. Because the scripture's showing you right there, man. These women are going to be in pitiful case. I mean, a lot of people, the men too, but especially these women. Because women are just totally fragile, man. When hardcore reality hits in, women fall to pieces, man. You know what I'm saying? And I know it's the prophecies. When this stuff goes down and these cities get shut off, and the food and these different things are happening, man, and these stores are closed up, but they can't get the things the way these women they can't get their toiletries or their cosmetics, meaning their personal feminine products. Isaiah 32 or Isaiah 32 and 9. They can't when they got their period, their moon cycle, and they can't even get no toilet paper to stick up their twat, and they bleeding all over the place, stinking, funky, no douche, all that feminine products as they call it, and no cosmetics, the makeup, the eyeliner, they can't get their eyebrows plucked. Yeah.
They can't get their eyebrows plucked like Zika man. So he can say he's not gay no more. He's delivered.
Yeah, so that's what the Apostle Ramlab is reading, man. When this happens, that's gonna mess y'all up, man. And these women ain't gonna look so like we see the women. They look good now. In the camp, you see the women walking by, and you be seeing some fine looking women. They looking good. They walking by. They smelling good. They ain't gonna be like that, man.
Well, if they want to keep looking good, they're gonna have to do something. Isaiah 4:1.
Yeah. Come, we can get that. Yeah.
It says,
And read down into it, brother.
Isaiah 4:1.
Yeah.
All right. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 4, verse 1. It says, and in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man. And when you read up above that, one of the reasons why is because a lot of these men are going to be getting put to death out here in these streets. So it says, and in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel.
Now, Nate did a class recently about that, talking about that's talking about the kingdom. You're half right. You're part right. It's talking about the kingdom, but it's talking about the transition period when all hell breaks loose. Because in the kingdom, our women are not going to be out there working, man. They're going to be, I got to use this term. They're going to be like queens. We're not going to call them queens, but they're going to be like queens, man.
That's right.
They're going to have their servants. They're going to have people working for them. You know, the fulfillment of Isaiah 60, when it says that the Gentiles, the forces of the Gentiles, who you think gonna get part? We're gonna get it, and our women gonna get it, and our children gonna get it, man.
That's right.
Right. So in the kingdom of heaven, you ain't gonna have wives talking about, well, I'm gonna do my own thing. You know, it's talking about the transition period, man.
It says, only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach.
Yeah, reproach, when you look it up, the word reproach means shame, you know? Because they were acting like wombats and hyenas, man. All right? And this black woman is a fucking embarrassment, man. She's a fucking embarrassment, man. I mean, there's a few that are decent, and all you got to do is go to Tommy Sotomayor. People want to kill Tommy, man. Why? Because he brings out actual articles that people bring to him about what the black woman does, man. And they want to kill his ass. And he ain't making shit up. He ain't what do you call it, embellishing shit. He just bringing it out raw, man. And then he shows you the article. He shows you the video.
One of his channels is raw. Yeah, man. That's the truth.
It says, in that day shall the branch of the Lord be beautiful and glorious, and the fruit of the earth shall be excellent and comely for them that are escaped out of Israel.
Ultimately, like that's why I said it's talking about the transitional period, right? When all hell breaks, what is that? Psalms 110:3, is it? In the day of thy power, thy people shall be willing. That's when the women are going to come flocking to us. And they ain't going to flock. They ain't flocking to you, IUIC. They ain't flocking to ISUPK. All right? They flocking to us.
That's right, man.
It says, and it shall come to pass that he that is left in Zion and he that remaineth in Jerusalem shall be called holy, even every one that is written among the living in Jerusalem. When the Lord shall have washed away the filth of the daughters of Zion, and shall have purged.
When is that process going to take place? In the transitional period, man. When all hell breaks loose, when the missiles drop, when we delivered, and how we going to be delivered? Like the little faggot talking about he's not gay no more, he's delivered. No, you ain't delivered. When you get beamed up into them ships, which your ass ain't going in the ship, okay? When you get big Zeke man, you ain't